Okay, so here we are in the engine bay of the Jeep. Welcome back to Huffy Turns Wrench, by the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to see about putting some parts onto this Jeep, and I think I've got them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some grease. We're going to reach down here, doing a reach around. We're going to take the throwout bearing and throwout bearing carrier, and we're going to insert that onto the input shaft for the transmission. We're going to get this all ready, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So when you get yours, you should be able to do it too. We're going to need the only tool we're really going to need, I think, is a pair of pliers. So we got our pair of pliers, and of course we want to keep our fingers clean, so we're going to use a towel. So let's see if you can see everything that's going on here, because we're going to use some grease. We're going to use a nice red and tacky grease, and it's red and it's tacky. And let's see, yeah, you can see I'm putting it down here, getting this here where the throwout bearing carrier is going to ride. We're going to get that all on here and get that all greased up. What we're doing this for is because we're going to try to put the engine in tomorrow, weather permitting and a bunch of other stuff permitting. I'm also putting this grease on this little pivot point here where the clutch fork goes. So there's going to get some grease there. Since I've got this grease all over my hands, I'm trying to keep this wire out of my eyes, I'm going to grab this fork. And I think I showed you this earlier in an earlier video. But this is the fork that we're going to use, and this is going to actually activate or actuate the bearing itself. But we don't need this yet. But so what we're going to do, set this aside, and we're going to get this greased up with just a little bit of residual grease that we've got on our hands, because we got a bunch on that shaft. Okay. And we're going to put it on there and just see how things move around. And can you see that? Moves around. See, right here, moving around. I know you just want to look at me, but you need to look at this. All right, so now what we're going to do is get this spring on there. And grab this spring. It's down here somewhere. Oh, of course. Grab my knife. I didn't realize we needed another tool so we can get this spring out. So we'll use a knife. And I'll show you the spring when I get it out. Here it is. Right there. See that? Nice little spring. The old one we had was all stretched out. So we're gonna get this on so that, I wish I could get you in here. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can once I get this thing in. But we're gonna put this thing in. Maybe. Get that in there. There we go. And the way we want to do it is so that the first hook on the spring goes down, and that way, actually you don't even need pliers for this, I don't think. You want that spring to go face, yeah, we do need pliers. You want that spring to face down so that your other part of the spring is facing this direction to clip into this hole, which you can't see very well. And that's okay. You're just going to have to trust me. And I'm trustworthy, so we'll get that going and get this thing put in here. Where is it? It's hard to see without. It's hard to see it. I'm just going to do it by feel because you can't really see anything. this without. Let's see if I can turn this around. We're doing this live, so nothing ever goes the way you want it to. Can't see it very well. It's dark in here, so. Oh, almost had it. Almost had it. I got an idea. Let's do it this way. Now, if I had a pick, I could definitely get it to go in, but I can't get in and out of this engine bay very easily, so we're not going to do that. There we go. Got it. Got it. Got it. So that's there. Now this one goes in right there. Come on, go in. Oh, almost. You can tell, because it's so difficult getting it in, it's going to be a good one. There. Oh, man. I think I get it, and then it just slips right out. I think I'm just close enough, but then I miss it. All right, so what I'm going to do, you don't want to see me fight with a spring, or maybe you do, but you're not going to get that lucky. So I'm going to turn you off for a second, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so as soon as I turned you off, it went right in. So there's not a whole bunch of time that went through. So I'm going to see if I can bring you down here, and you'll be able to see what I did. I'll get my hand out of the way. So here's what we did. You see that this spring right here, it's in here, and it's on here, and you can see it does that. That's what we want. And then the next thing we're going to do is take this fork, and I'm going to take it back out once I do this. But this goes back here, and this is going to be actuated by a cable to activate the clutch. So you can see how that works. So let me put you back on the stand, and we'll get this going again. It's working. Can you hear me now? Okay. All right, so get you back over here. Kind of see what's going on. And what we're going to do is we're going to grease this up. Get some here, some here. Ordinarily I would use white lithium grease, but I can't get to it right now. We're going to put the rest of it here where this little ball for the cable goes. And we already put some grease. We're going to put a little bit more grease on that little ball that's in here. Get that going. Okay. Now, let's poke this thing back here. Pull this thing out. And get that onto there. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back. I don't know, can you see it? Maybe you can. So let's see. You can kind of see it. I'll bring you in here. You guys are my friends, so we'll get close. All right, we're back. Like I said, we're friends, so we're close. So here we go. See that? See how it's all there? And look at that. That's the way the clutch throwout bearing works. And what we'll do is we'll grease this up, and then we'll get the once the engine's all put back, or the flywheel's put on the engine, that'll fit in here. The clutch will be on there, and I'll show you all how that works. But sweet, that looks nice, huh? Look at the way that spring works. Everything's actuating and fluctuating, and Damn, I'm smooth. All right. Until next time, deuces.